What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And in today's video I will show you the latest news directly related to our story. I will show you what you can do if you are a FINRA member. Then I will show you how big the problem is and what science will show us that we are solving this problem. On top of that, I will show you an amazing news from Richard Hoffman that DTCC potentially is preparing for something big. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for the community. So, I want to start my video with this tweet that was reposted by Junk Savvy, and originally it was made by Rare DD 17 hours ago. And he wrote, "Wanna commit a financial crime? If you are a FINRA member, you get a fine that you might not pay, and you neither admit or deny the allegation. You keep the majority of the gains and you're free to do it again. This is investor protection market integrity?" And what is he talking about, you might wonder? And it is very simple. If you have a close relationships with FINRA or other regulators like SEC or let's say DTCC, in this case you will have an ability to basically do whatever you want on the stock market. And let me show you just one example. Kristen Shaughnessy wrote this tweet 17 hours ago. She wrote, "One example given. An $870,000 fine for screwing up more than 1 billion orders. Not shares, but orders. Of course, they don't tell you how many shares were manipulated or in what stocks. This is fraud in plain sight." And let me show you this screenshot. RBC CMA on Nassau, Bahamas, June the 5th, 2023. An AWC was issued in which the firm was censored and fined $870,000. Without admitting or denying the findings, the firm consented to the sanctions and to the entry of findings that it reported orders to FINRA with an inaccurate capacity code. So how cool is that? The findings state that the firm used a certain proprietary order management system to route orders to the market. Whether an order should be marked as a principal or agency depends on the terms of the firm's agreement, if any, with the market center to which the order is routed. At various times, updates to the relevant agreements required the firm to change the capacity it reported for certain transactions. However, the firm failed to make corresponding updates to the order management system so that the correct capacity would be reported. Because the firm's reporting logic relied on these outdated settings, it reported orders to the trade reporting facilities with an inaccurate capacity. The findings stated that the firm had record-keeping violations due to the order memoranda for the above referenced transactions, including the incorrect capacity. For example, at times the order memoranda indicated that it was a principal transaction when it was an agency transaction, or vice versa. The findings also included that the firm failed to establish and maintain a supervisory system that was reasonably designed to achieve compliance with certain applicable securities laws and regulations and FINRA rules with respect to submission of accurate capacity codes on order submitted to trade reporting facilities. Specifically, the firm did not have any procedures or reviews related to order capacity. As a result, the firm failed to identify over 1 billion orders with inaccurate capacity codes. The firm has since remediated the supervisory failure by implementing a daily order capacity review and making corresponding updates to its written supervisory procedures. So I cannot even say a word about this issue. How they can pay $870,000, but allegedly they have billions of dollars that they earned during this so-called activity. So let me show you further. Rare DD made this tweet that is quite interesting in my opinion. He wrote, so Goldman Sachs is the clearing broker for GTS securities. According to Bart, this means they could be held liable if GTS was caught naked short selling. Goldman being on FINRA's board of governors means they could U3 hold MMTLP. Is this what happened? And I have to say that it is mind-blowing assumption. Definitely it was made with an artificial intelligence from Google with the help of Bart. But if it is the reality, and as you can see, RareDD added several screenshots that proves this assumption. And if it is the reality, this means Goldman Sachs might be one of the beneficiaries of the MMTLP illegal activity. And you might wonder how it is related to MMTLP. Let me remind you that GTS Securities and the second company that is Canaccord was allegedly two companies who were the first companies who traded MMTLP stock back in 2021. This means potentially these two companies, GTS Securities and Canaccord, are the bad guys who illegally made MMTLP shares tradable. So let me show you another very important information. Richard Hoffman, one of our headliners, made this video and let me show you right here. This video was published 7 hours ago and it says political alert regarding Alpine and GTII, the DTCC and MMTLP. And I have to say that I highly suggest to subscribe to his YouTube channel as well as to follow his Twitter account, because Richard explains a lot from his point of view, and I have to say that he is a very experienced person in different type of litigations, and he explains in the simple words what is happening right now on this field that might be related to MMTLP story. And I don't want to disclose all the information that he said in his video. I just want to pay attention on a couple of things. First of all, about DTCC. DTCC recently announced that they want to raise a capital of about $5 billion by selling their bonds. And the reason why they want to do it is just to cover the upcoming expenses. But Richard made very good due diligence, and he found out that DTCC already has about $50 billion on different type of financings. This means they want to add $5 billion on top of this amount in order to cover some upcoming losses. And what losses it might be? Definitely it is, for now, it is my pure speculation. But if there is some kind of settlement and DTCC, let me show you, the DTCC is, let me quote it for you, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation is an American post-trade financial services company providing clearing and settlement services to the financial markets. And they are responsible for different settlements, and definitely they could be responsible for the settlement of MMTLP story. And if it is the case, definitely we are about to see some major announcement from DTCC or other authorities. But definitely you cannot rely on this news as the upcoming solution for our problem. It is just a speculation and assumption that was made by connecting several dots of different sources. But it is what it is, and we have to keep this in mind. The second part regarding MMTLP directly, Richard is in the process, as you might know, Richard is in the process of arbitration with Fidelity. And recently he received an answer from Fidelity, and he said that the lawyer of Fidelity in his response cited this article. And this article was published back in June 22nd, 2023 on Forbes, and it is the article that is titled "The Looney Conspiracy Theory Threatening Wall Street." And just several days after this article was published, MMTLP community destroyed this article because there is a lot of misleading information and pure lie regarding the naked shorting in general and regarding the Wes Christian in particular and his work. And definitely if the official answer from the arbitration from the lawyer of the counterparty relies on this type of articles, Just imagine how weak their position is if they just do it, and they do it in official documents and official arbitration. So it is really mind-blowing. And at the end of this video, I want to show you this tweet that was made by Suzanne Trimboth, and she wrote this. The first time some broker sells shares they don't own and can deliver for settlement is told that they can no longer trade in this system. They are simply not allowed to play anymore. That's when we've made progress toward ending the regulatory crisis. And yes, everything is possible on the market, and even today, all the regulators, all the authorities can prevent the illegal the naked shorting activity, and they can prevent it in a blink of an eye, but they don't want to do it. That is why we have to fight, and we have to win this battle no matter what. And to do it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family to attract more attention of the broader audience and to eventually win this battle. So I think that's all, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna